How's it going, everybody? Ed Ricker here. I'm outside my backyard and it's not even that late. It's 4:30 in the afternoon and it's already getting dark out here. It's just that time of year, and if you're hopelessly addicted like I am to FPV flying, what are you gonna do? Days are shorter, it's gonna get cold. Well, have you tried a Whoop lately? This right here is the Eachine US65. There's also a UK 65 option with the appropriate markings on the hull. This is actually an updated version of the UR65, slightly cheaper. This is brushless Whoop, Crazy Bee F3 with 19,000 kV motors, set up with 25 milliwatts of broadcasting power and smart audio for easy VTX switching. Flying indoors is a lot of fun, but outside it's also a lot of fun. And they give you 3 of these 250 milliamp hour 1S high voltage LiPo packs. The F3 board is fully programmable with Betaflight, and I'm using the bind and fly free sky option today. Let's go ahead and take this out and see what we can do in the backyard. The 1S LiPo pack fits right there in the cradle on the bottom of the drone, and we connect it just like so. There we go. Now when I'm flying indoors, I fly in stabilized mode, but out here I could probably get away with Acro. Acro with these little guys inside the house is a little bit too much, a little bit too fast for my taste. So that was one flight in angle mode, and it performs really well. I'm not used to flying in angle mode because I'm used to flying in Acro mode with larger 5-inch and 4-inch quads. But I tell you what, I'm really enjoying this thing, and thank you to Banggood for sending it to me. You can check the link in the video description to Banggood's listing of the US65 by Eachine. It comes standard with extra props, a 6-way LiPo charger, and some tools. Also, if you don't know how to set it up in Betaflight, it'll give you some instructions on how to do that as well. I'm gonna go and fly this in Acro mode around here and see just how different that feels with a little 1S Whoop racer like this. Okay, so Acro mode gives us a lot more speed because we have so much more tilt that we can apply to the drone's frames. So this is what I'm more used to flying. But I tell you what, in small confines like this, it's not easy. At least not for me. I'm used to flying Acro in much more wide areas. Whoops, okay, we're good, we're good. So this drone is also very resilient, that I can tell. It also has turtle mode, which works pretty well. Let's get some flips out of this. Whoops, yep. Flips work pretty well. Rolls work pretty well. I have noticed that power loops are a challenge for this just because it's a 1S battery. It doesn't really get much altitude very fast. You've really got to give it time to make that ascension into the power loop. A little more about this, it has a 6 amp BLHelias ESC. It's also D-Shot compatible with a full built-in Betaflight OSD. And there's a free and FlySky version available. The field of view is 120 degrees with a camera resolution of 700 TVL. The VTX has a 25 milliwatt 40 channel frequency, and the FreeSky version supports both D8 and D16 transmitter. I'm gonna go around the entire house and see just how the video signal holds up. Looks good. So I'm in the front yard, just cruising around. Video signal breakup is not bad at all, and I'm going through my house, so that's pretty good. One thing I'm learning slowly is throttle control with this. There's much more throttle applied to this little guy than what I'm used to with a 5-inch or even a 4-inch. All right, we're getting a low battery warning, so I'm gonna come back in. Whoa. So my thoughts so far, This is a great little racer. It seems to be really resilient. It's made well. It has turtle mode, so you can flip over in the event of a crash. I love its video transmitter. Holds up around the house, you know. I was flying on the exact opposite side of my house and it looked clear. I could fly. One thing I'm not a huge fan of are these 1S 250 milliamp hour batteries. I actually have some 550 milliamp hour batteries that I'm going to try and use with this. The one thing that I have to do though is I have to modify the little battery cradle here, because those 550 milliamp hour batteries just don't fit into it the way it is. So my experience with the Eachine US65/UK65 little whoop here, it's a good one. I like it. You can find this on Banggood right now. The link in the video description to the purchase link there. I would recommend maybe upgrading the batteries or getting a few extra. They only come with 3 and they're really only good for 3 flights of maybe 2-3 minutes each, depending on how much you're really pushing this. So, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Banggood, for sending that to me. And until next time, happy flying.